Recently, I was on my way to a trip about 8 hours away from my house to go camping / overlanding for a weekend, and I had a radio in my hand, a GMRS radio, and it actually started pouring smoke out of it. Scared the bejesus out of me, and as a result, today I'm going to be talking to you about these new fire extinguishers that I just picked up. These things are pretty cool. They're pretty reasonably priced too. So if you're looking for some sort of tips or some sort of a product to use when camping or overlanding to stop fires, stay tuned. Alright guys, so as I mentioned in the intro, today I'm talking about these Oogist fire extinguishers. These things are pretty cool. I'm going to open the box, I'm going to show you everything that's in it, but I'm going to start first by telling you a little bit more about what happened to me just last weekend that spurred me to immediately go on Amazon and buy these things. So I'm going to share a little video here that is the sort of dash cam footage. It was dumping snow. We had been on the trip for about 5-6 hours, driving about 8 hours away to Wisconsin. And as I'm sitting there, I have my radio in my hand. It's a Baofeng radio. I'll put links in the description to them below if you want. They've actually been really good, but I had it plugged in while I was using it, and I think maybe it just heated up a little bit too much. But so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm talking on the radio, or actually my buddies are talking to me, and I smell smoke, and I look down, and there's smoke coming out of the sides of the radio.
Up to 10 gallons, so we'll probably literally only need a cap full for our little thing.
I got smoke in my truck from somewhere, I'm not sure where. I don't see it anymore. I shut off my splitter, but like something smelled like burning, and then I had smoke.
That's not good. You need to pull over?
No, I don't see it anymore.
But at my brain, at first I didn't even know. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like what is happening, right? And so I wasn't sure if it was coming from the radio at first or if it was from another electrical installation in my truck or what. But then I got to thinking, I had a fire extinguisher, but it's really old, like maybe like 6-7 years old. And it's in my decked box in the back of my truck. So if that had happened, I would have had to jump out of the truck, open my swing out, pull out a decked drawer, and search for this thing to get my fire extinguisher, which is really dumb. So placement of the fire extinguisher is also important. If you get one of these, put it somewhere where it's really easy to reach, up in your cab, preferably, because then even if it is something on the outside of the vehicle, then you can get it out of your cab and you can go to the fire and use it to put it out. All right, so now that you've kind of seen the story of what happened, you can hear the fear in my voice, right, in that dash cam recording. I'm going to walk you through kind of the features and stuff of these Oogist fire extinguishers. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what it looks like. Again, I think I paid about 30 bucks. There was a coupon code off of these, so for about 30 bucks, you get 2 of them, which is pretty nice. And again, I have a truck. That's my setup. So I'm going to put one of these in a quick fist up front in my vehicle. And then I'm going to put the other one somewhere like on my bed rack or something in the back so that if I need to get to it, I can. Another really cool thing is that not only for the 30 bucks do you get the fire extinguishers, you also get these little plastic sort of quick release holders. So, I could hypothetically screw this into or bolt it to the side of my seat or something in the car if I wanted to, or maybe into like the A-pillar or something, one of the pillars in the truck, just so it's accessible. For the bed rack though, actually, this would probably work just about perfectly. I would probably be able to just put this straight into the bed rack and then clip these things in here. They do fit really tight, and they've got a little lip along the bottom here, so they aren't going to go anywhere. So these are water-based fire extinguishers, so they are environmentally friendly. They're also rated for class A, B, C, and K fires. And what that basically means is paper, wood, other general combustibles, that's class A. Class B is like gasoline and other flammable liquids. Class C is electrically charged components, like if a lithium battery caught on fire or something like that, this would work to put that out. And then Class K is cooking oil, which again, if you're overlanding, if you're camping, you're probably going to be cooking and stuff like that. You want to be able to put out both like a paper or wood-based fire and also an oil-based fire or a fuel-based fire. And this will do all of those things, which is great. So then to use these things, here's how easy it is. You see this little top here, right? It's got a spot for your finger so you can hold it. You pull out this little black clip here that pulls straight up and out, which will then free up the little red trigger, if you will. Put your finger through here, push down on the red trigger, point it at the fire, the base of the fire, and spray this thing on it. That's it. So, I mean, again, it's all self-contained. They're essentially disposable. And again, if I have to use it, like in that instance with my truck, if there had been an electrical fire or something and I could have sprayed this in it and stopped it from burning my whole truck to the ground, that would have been preferable. Another thing that I really like about this is that they do have sort of like examples of all the different types of fires that it will put out, as well as step-by-step instructions. So again, even if you are, you know, in the thick of a fire and you're worried and you're kind of freaking out, you can look at this can and you can see exactly what you need to do. Pull the clip out, push the button, aim it at the base of the fire, step back 2 to 3 steps. It's got all the instructions on here, so it makes it really, really easy to use. Another nice thing is that, you know, it's not just vehicle fires. So if you're looking at this just because you wanted to see options for a great portable, disposable fire extinguisher, if you had a fire in your yard, you could grab one of these things and go put it out. If you had, you know, a campfire that kind of starts to get out of control, you could use one of these things to put it out. So again, just having a fire extinguisher and hopefully never needing it is better than needing a fire extinguisher and not having it, right? So definitely be safe. You know, spend a little bit of extra money and get the fire extinguisher so that you've got something in case you need it. So that was the Oogist fire extinguishers. Again, there will be a link in the description down below, so if you're looking for these things, I think they're pretty cool. I like the size of them. I like how easy they are to use. I like that they come with the mounting brackets, which is just another nice benefit for how cheap they are. So definitely, you know, check those out if you're looking for something like this for your overlanding or camping vehicle. If it was helpful, click that like button. If you're not already, click the subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I do stuff like this all the time. Gear reviews, overlanding, general stuff, vehicle modifications. So if you're in anything to do with cars, camping, overlanding, outdoors, you know, this is a good channel for you. Also in the description below are links to all my other social channels. So I'd love to have you wherever you'd like to hang out. Definitely go check that stuff out. There's also a link to my Patreon page. Got a nice, awesome group of folks in there that we get on our Discord and we chat all week long and talk about our rigs and things like that. And then once a month we have like a Zoom call where we'll all get together and drink a beer and sort of hang out. So if you want to do that, check out the Patreon page. And then last but not least, the Newbie Overlanders group. Totally free to join. It's on Facebook. If you're just looking for a place as a newbie to kind of come and not be judged, that's a great group for you. Again, I hope that this was good info for you. Post up in the comments if you've got any questions. Post up if you've used something similar. I'd love to hear from you guys. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.